Okay, so welcome back. I have this in selfie mode, so I'm not really sure how my audio is going to come through or if the picture is good, but I'm staring off. Should I look here? Here? That looks weird. I can see myself, so it's kind of weird. Anyway, so I just moved recently. If you've noticed, the background is different. I haven't put everything up yet, so I figured instead of putting all my Blu-rays away, I should probably try and find the ones that I didn't give codes away for, and do that now instead of just waiting for Black Friday. So if you've been subscribed waiting for free movies, you can unsubscribe after this video. So this is here they are. So most of these are anime, but I'm gonna do that, like the actual movies first, the handful of movies first. So if that's what you're into, you can get that out of the way, and then I'll get on to the rest. So first, I have some movies I forgot to give away last time. At least I'm pretty sure. I went through that old video. I don't think I gave away Star Trek Into Darkness. So disclaimer, some of these codes are old, so I don't know for sure if they actually still work. So I have a bit of a cold. No, not a cold. I'm not dying. Just some sneeziness from all the dust from moving all my stuff. So I'm just like sneezing like crazy the past couple of days. So that's Star Trek. I don't think I gave that away. Now this one, these next two are old. I think I bought these used, like Green Lantern. But I noticed, like going through everything, that it had a code in it, which I didn't notice that last time. So this is probably expired. But if you want Green Lantern, now I just realized these codes are probably backwards, but you can figure that out, right? Right? Okay, so where was the next one? Oh, Battleship. This one is probably used. I bought this. This is actually, I should point out, this is a European copy, but I'm pretty sure you can redeem the codes anywhere. I bought this for like cheap online. I mean, the US version, they wanted money for it, so it was very cheap on Amazon. So sometimes I just buy the UK version of movies if it's price better. Now here's one. I think I may have gave this away, but I had a couple of movies that I accidentally bought twice. You know, because I forgot that I had it, and you see it on sale. So let me open this. Where'd I put? Oh yeah, got this little knife. I thought this was smaller in the picture that came a few days ago when it was like really big. So I might stab myself, but let's go. You remember, always cut away from yourself, not towards yourself. This movie is actually pretty good. They made a couple of sequels, which I have never watched, but this, I was surprised at the quality of this movie. Yeah, again, I apologize if these are backwards. I didn't take that into consideration. I'm just going to go ahead and get this out of the way, because I keep telling myself I'm going to record this video, and it's been like 2 weeks and I still haven't done it, so you'll have to bear with me on that. Okay, now Overlord. Again, this is a pretty good movie. It didn't live up to my expectations, but it was a quality watch, so you should check it out. It's kind of alternate history, World War II. Next up, Tekken. This movie is not good. I remember, I think I watched this bootleg like a few years ago when it came out. They made a sequel movie, but they're not really tied together, so I still haven't watched that one. But this movie is entertaining. I mean, if you like the video game series, you can probably watch this and see everything that they got wrong. But it's a pretty decent, like a fight cage tournament movie. Okay. Man, this movie's kind of old, so I'm not really sure of the code. Again, you know, I don't know if the codes for these things are still good or not. Alright, I think I'm trying to get the older movies out of the way. Oh yeah, I forgot. These two I forgot last time. The Dark Knight, I don't think I gave this away last time. But this code, again, this movie is really old, so this code probably doesn't work, even if I didn't. But just in case, just to be sure. I still haven't seen that Tenet movie because I haven't been to theaters, but I'm on vacation next week, so, or probably this week. I'm sure I'll upload this on Monday or something like that. So maybe I'll check it out. And I'm not sure how I forgot this one, but Black Panther. I'm pretty sure I forgot this one last time too, which is kind of bewildering, especially kind of topical since Chadwick Boseman died recently, the main character. But that's a pretty good movie to check out. The CG is terrible, but the movie is good. So if I gave this away last time, I apologize. But I looked through the video, and I don't think I saw it in there. So, okay. Sticking on the Marvel train. I think this is just Venom. This is all the Spider-Man, the recent Sony Spider-Man movies, and Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, Homecoming and Far From Home. Kind of a nice little cover there. Yeah, one coat for all, so that's pretty easy. I highly recommend Spider-Verse. That's probably the best movie in this collection. Okay. Those single movies first. I think this. Okay, I guess I already opened this one. A Cure for Wellness. I'll make sure I got that in there. Sorry. Okay. I guess you shouldn't be covering up these barcodes. All right. Next up, I think, yeah, Future World. I know absolutely nothing about this movie. I just saw the cover. I was like, oh, that's up my alley. Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these codes are going to be backwards. That's going to be a bummer for you. Okay. I think that's individual movies. Now we'll do TV shows. Now these are mainly the kind of the DC TV shows. Just a season of them. This is Swamp Thing, which I hear is pretty good, and it got like canned almost instantly, so it's kind of like maybe not want to watch it, but it was pretty cheap on Amazon, I believe, so I went ahead and got it. I'm not really a big DC fan, but I like the movies and the TV shows. Well, not the TV shows. I watched Smallville, and that was enough for me. But I might check out some of these newer ones. I guess it's only 10 episodes. Kind of a bummer. If it's turned out to be really good, it's gonna be a bummer that this show was canceled. Okay, next is a show that's not good by all accounts, Teen Titans. Yeah. Like, ew. Well, I was gonna make some comments about this show, but I don't think I have anything positive to say. This is, again, I just got it because they had a bunch of DC stuff for cheap, so I figured, hey, might as well. I hear season 2 is much better, so it should be interesting to check out eventually. Okay, go Doom Patrol. This show is supposed to be pretty good. I think I saw the first episode. It seemed pretty dark. So it's a different tone than what you're accustomed to seeing. So It's probably worth a watch. I think there is a season 2 of this show, so. Next, we'll go to, I think the last DC thing I have. Watchmen, the TV show for HBO. Only one season of this show, unfortunately. Oh man, my nose. I apologize for the boogers and whatnot. This will be his Dark Materials. Now I saw the Golden Compass movie. It's pretty good. That was one of those things where Harry Potter was pretty big at the time. I'd never read a Harry Potter book, so when I heard they were making this into a movie, I figured, hey, this is my chance to get into a popular book series, like as the movies are coming out. Because I tried that with Lord of the Rings, but those books suck. I read the first book, did not like it. Started reading the second book, got really bored and just quit. So I know people are pretty big on that series, but I kind of got into fantasy stuff like well after that, after Tolkien's time. So the kind of stuff I like is Forgotten Realms, which borrows heavily from Lord of the Rings, but I think it's not made for 5-year-olds, so it's better. So that's, I think, all of the live action stuff. So when we move on to the anime, which I have a lot of, because Right Stuff kept having sales, so I like buy stuff. Then since the virus is going around, it get put on hold, on back order. So all this stuff just kind of showed up around late August, early September, so I have a stockpile of it. So I'll do Tales of Zestria the X first. These are all, most of these will be on Funimation's site where you redeem it. So here's a digital code. There's something about 1 month premium access. I guess it's just, I thought there's going to be a code back there. I guess that's just default if you sign up. Okay. Now these will be varying quality shows, but we'll go with the Saiki Reloaded. I saw the first one. I actually liked it. It's probably more of a show for girls. Kind of, it's an action show, but a lot of like the cute boy type thing. So, but it was pretty good the first season. I just haven't gotten around to watching Reloaded because it was like, it's a good show, but it's not exactly like a quality show. It's kind of like, yeah, if it's on, you can watch it, but I wouldn't really set aside time for it, so I didn't really get around to it. Next one is called World's End. Like, I know absolutely nothing about this show. I just saw like some artwork from it, so like, oh, that looks pretty good, and it was cheap, so yeah, why not? Well, actually, it's World End. What are you doing at the end of the world? Are you busy? Will you save us? Is that actually the title? Yeah, whatever. It's anime, so maybe. Okay. Pause for a second. I'm going to turn the AC on because I am sweating. Okay. Not sure if the sound is coming through or not, but we'll go from there. Okay. This is a Panty and Stockings and Garter belt. I think this is supposed to be a pretty edgy show. I remember I ignored the show when it came out due to the art style. And I heard a lot of people talking about how funny it is, how great it was, but by that time it was kind of hard to get. So I just kind of never got around to it. And then it was on sale, so I went ahead and got it. It's supposed to be a fairly short show, but a pretty good one. Phantom for Requiem. Now this is a show like nobody talks about, but I saw this some years ago and I really liked it. It's kind of a spy show. It's a kind of a Born Identity type thing where you have these people who are kind of kidnapped and they're reprogrammed to be like sleeper agents or assassins. So they're kind of forced to kill, kind of Crying Freeman like. They're kind of forced to kill, but they don't really want to. But they've been conditioned and trained to do it. It was a good watch. Okay, move over. I think this is a digital Wolf's Rain. This is a thick ass disc case. I don't know how many discs are in here. Now, this show is I mean, I liked it, but this is kind of like the slower, not a lot going on type show where you might not like it. If you like a lot of action, show might not be for you. But if you like some kind of like philosophy for 15-year-olds, like how I like my anime, you might get a kick out of this. Let's go keep on the Funimation train. Taboo Tattoo. Now this show is probably terrible. I just remember I was going to check it out. I opened up the first episode. I think it was streaming, and the animation, the CG was so bad. I was like, nah, I'm not watching this. Maybe I'll check it out on Blu-ray. Since a lot of these shows, they'll touch up the CG for the home release if it's kind of bad on the initial go. So I figured I'll check it out later. I kind of get the feeling that the show wasn't popular enough for them to actually put money into it to fix all the CG, so it's probably still terrible, but for like $10 or whatever I got this for, it's probably worth that. Let's go with Overlord. Now this series is kind of weird because I saw season 1 and I absolutely loved it. It was like number 1 with a bullet. I want more. But season 2, I mean, it's kind of like half of it was kind of boring, and then it got good towards the end. And then season 3 was more of the same, where it was kind of boring, and it got good towards the end. But I kind of lost interest in the series, this franchise, because like the main character is just too powerful. I don't really like. So I don't like Superman and these characters that are pretty much god tier, because like nobody can stop this guy. It's like I hate Goku, because like no one's gonna beat Goku. Even if they beat Goku, he's gonna eat a Senzu bean and come back and be better than everyone. So it just loses the hype for me. Okay, trying to grab these others. Next we'll go to high quality entertainment. Kaijo. Like Keijo. It's about water sports, but not the urine kind. Well, this is kind of a nice shiny disc there. I just kind of caught me by surprise. Boogers all through the nose. Okay, next up is what is this? Tenchai, Juni, Tyson, Zodiac War. Now this is a pretty good show. I think the biggest problem with this show is that there's only one season. But this is another kind of tournament show where you have a bunch of people that represent these like families or classes, and they're entering a tournament to kill each other. And the person who wins, I think they get whatever the heart desires, that kind of thing. So it's a pretty good show, a lot of twists and turns. It really doesn't go where you think it's going to go. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but unfortunately, that's it. There's only one season. But this is kind of the anime that I got into anime wanting to watch. Really, really violent, a lot of action. Okay, this is Seven Mortal Sins. I'm not sure if this is safe for work. I've not watched it. I think it's about Lucifer, but like girl Lucifer and stuff. Okay, mostly done. Okay, we're gonna do the Saga of Tanya the Evil. This is a show a lot of people are pretty high on. I kind of passed on it because I don't really like Nazi stuff, and it's like, and people are going like, oh, it's not based on Nazis, but you know, it's based on Nazis. You know, it's like Full Metal Alchemist. The characters are not Nazis, but they're Nazis. Okay, Chaos Child. I haven't seen this one either. I started to watch Chaos Head, which I think is somewhat related, but it was like so weird. I just kind of tapped out after the first episode. But I hear this show is a little bit better, a little more coherent. Okay. Okay, we'll do Terror and Renaissance, which is about a group of terrorists causing terror for good, I think. This is just a show that I had never heard of. And then I was watching one of those kind of analytical anime YouTuber type videos, and they mentioned the show, how good it was. At least how good it started off as. So I kind of put it on my radar. I went ahead and snatched it up. Is that a good price? Next up, I guess. Okay, some of these are not, there's no code on that. Okay. Lord Marksman and the Vandas something. This is a show, I started watching it streaming. I watched maybe 3 or 4 episodes. I kind of liked it and just forgot about it. Completely forgot about it. And then I noticed, this is that one show that I wanted to get back to. I have a lot of shows like that. I don't have a code for it, but I think this was the one, Code Breaker, where I watched like the first episode. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. I'll check this out later. Completely forgot about it. So a few of these things I bought on sale for like that, but I don't think those have digital codes. I'll open it up after the video, but I'm pretty sure there's no codes in those like 2-disc ones I have. This show isn't anything special, but it's kind of, generic, entertaining stuff. Okay, forgot about this one. Kingslave Final Fantasy movie shorts. Now this is kind of old, so I'm not sure these codes will work, but yeah, because it's like, this came out in like 2016. So yeah, but anyway. Alright. Just 2 more to go. I managed to get this under 30 minutes. Okay, let's do Genocidal Organ. It's a movie I know absolutely nothing about, but I saw it on Amazon like 2 years ago. I was like, oh, that looks kind of interesting. Then it was on sale, so I went to YouTube, watched the video. The animation looked great. This is a movie, so I figured, I'll get it. Probably. I have the next week off for vacation. I was planning on going to Japan again. That was my goal for this year. I was going to go for the Olympics, but I waited too long to get my tickets. So I figured, well, I'll just go for like the Tokyo Game Show. Like Cyberpunk 2077, this game was coming out this week too. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm going to like be able to play this cool game I've been anticipating. I'm going to go to Japan. It's going to be the fantastic week. And then like everything's canceled, so it's like, well, I'll just still take the time off. Why not? And lastly, Ghost in the Shell. This like just came out like a week or 2 ago, the 4K version. Now I have really no reason to buy this. I own this on Blu-ray already, so but it's like, it's anime. Sometimes you get hyped. I don't even like Ghost in the Shell. I like Standalone Complex, but I don't really like the movie. When I first saw it in like the late 90s, it like totally blew my mind. But it's one of those things where, kind of like Lord of the Rings, where there's just so much that's copied this since it initially came out, where like the excitement, all the, like the themes that it brings up have been done better elsewhere. So it's kind of like, it's a classic, but it doesn't really have a place. I think it's kind of somewhat the problem with the live action movie. Like it's doing Ghost in the Shell, but it really needs to take it to another level to really matter now in modern times, but it doesn't do that. So yeah, I think that's everything. Let me open this up real quick. Nope. Yep, okay, no code. Alright, so that'll do it. So if you've been subscribed for some free movies, you can unsubscribe now. That's probably it. I might buy some things. It's Black Friday, but I don't really plan on buying a bunch of stuff since I have pretty much everything I want. So, alright, thank you for watching.